Greetings from the veteran, and welcome back to Operation Iceberg. In review, turns 6, 7, and 8. So turn 6 saw the German start off with a declaration of war on France, Belgium, and Great Britain, as well as Denmark. And they captured Belgium, Denmark, West Poland, Stanislavski, and Warsaw, as well as France. And they created Vichy. The Free French Navy was pretty strong, and Vichy Navy was just a couple of destroyers and the sub. They aligned by the end of turn 8 now. They've aligned Hungary, Romania, and Bulgaria, but before they could align Romania, they had signed the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact on turn 6 with the Soviets, and the Soviets did annex Bessarabia. And the Soviets, turn 8, have just retaken southern Finland, and they're looking to capture Helsinki on turn 9. And in other affairs, the CCP have pushed forward into Shanghai after receiving a couple Lend-Lease infantry from the Allies and some mountain infantry and AAA Lend-Lease from the Soviets, as well as now 2 artillery showing up in Xinjiang. So they're looking to establish themselves, and meanwhile the Japanese and Soviet borders are looking very weak. And on turn 7, Japan launched their assault on the Netherlands East Indies while staring at a very defensive KMT force in Kwangtung and Yunnan. And they had very poor dice and failed to kill both either Dutch sub or capture Borneo or Java on turn 7. And so they had to spend turn 8 attacking those territories again. And they left Sumatra to the Dutch, looking to capture that next turn, likely on turn 9. The Japanese maintained control of all the money in China except for the Yunnan and Kwangtung, and except for the wartime bonus of CCP having a territory connected by rail to the Soviets. In other facets, we see an Anzac sub has popped up in the Pacific, South Pacific, and they are building defenses for Sydney, as well as putting out militia to guard their outlying territories. Calcutta is continuing to beef up, and the Free French have declared war on Japan and convoy raided for 2 turns now, for a total of 8 IPP. And turn 8 saw turn 7 saw turn 6 saw immediately following the German attack, creation of Vichy. Turn 6, the Commonwealth attacked the Vichy colonies of Tunisia, Syria, and Madagascar. And then Italy responded with their declaration of war. They landed in Western Egypt. They moved out of Cyrenaica and Tobruk into Western Egypt. They landed 6 units in Transjordan and pushed 3 units north out of Abyssinia to Nubia. And then that culminated into a turn. And then the Germans sent down the Dutch Africa Corps. And they've got 5 units in Western Egypt, and then some Air Force and armor in Tobruk. And they landed in airborne to capture French Morocco. But turn 7 saw the British, turn 8 saw the British attack amphibious assault Transjordan because they had forced the Italian Navy into port in Western Egypt. And the British killed 4 Marines and 2 infantry there. And then Italy's turn 8 saw an attack on the British Navy in M8, and they lost horribly. This is the British Navy survivors. And then the Italians also launched an assault in Lower Egypt and killed 4 Ghost Militia and 2 bombers there. And so the British defenses and Navy are holding strong. And the Italians also were able to align Iraq. But Iraq is basically defenseless now. And we will go over the Americans have just collected 48 IPP, moved their Navy down to the Panama Canal from the Atlantic Navy, and they've consolidated the Pacific Fleet at Hawaii, and that's that. And here's the tech chart. The Americans are the first to complete a tech this game. Improve factories. And here is the income tracker with the Americans taking the lead at 48. Germany not far behind at 45. Then we got Japan at 37. The Soviets are up to 31. And the British are at 29. Yeah. Alright, so that's my review of turns 6, 7, and 8 in Operation Iceberg. Catch y'all on the next one. Goodbye.